What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. That's Sam.
Hey guys, welcome back. That's Phil.
That's me. We're here checking out Eminem, Temporary. And we haven't done Eminem in a little while since he dropped his album. I think we did one song after that. But what happened is we did Eminem's album.
The full album.
Death is Slim Shady. We did 3 parts, full album. And it got blocked. 2 of the videos that we put up, which was part 2 and part 3 of the total album that we did, both got blocked, and they recently got unblocked for some reason, and they're back up again.
So weird.
But we had the first part up for a while, and then that one had some issues, and then they took those off. So I don't know what's going to go on with this video here. That's why we've kind of shied away from doing the video or doing any more Eminem related content, because there's no point in us doing it if they're just going to block it. We can't upload it.
We can't even upload it.
Now, I don't know if it was just because we did so many songs in one video or what, but it's frustrating, right? We were really, really looking forward to doing that, and then they blocked it. But we've been having some issues with our YouTube channel on a whole. So not that surprised, but hopefully that we don't have any issues with this one. If there's an overlay or something on this, guys, that's why. Just letting you know, giving you a heads up. Anyways, we really loved the album when we did it. If you haven't seen it, you should check out our reaction to that, because we were blown away by Eminem's ability to come back in his 50s and crush it like he has always done.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, right? Like, he's, you know, obviously, like you said, in his 50s and still at the top of the game. And, you know, even you listen to it once and then you have to go back and re-listen to it multiple times, because there's just so many layers and things that you miss, right? Like, he's just another breed. It's crazy.
Well, that's what makes Eminem so great, is that you can hear a bar or think you've caught all the bars, and you go back and you listen to that song, you know, 6 months later, and you're like, oh, geez, I completely missed that bar this whole time.
Right over my head.
Right. And that's what Eminem's, you know, so great at. There's songs that I listened to 20 years ago, and I still catch things that he said.
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. But this song here is not all about the bars. Temporary, featuring Skylar Grey, is one of the only songs on the album, I would say, which was very, very different than all the other, you know, shock value songs that we got into. This one was the we said, I think, death letter to Haley at the time. So
very emotionally stimulating.
But I'm looking forward to it, because in that song there was what sounded like home videos.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, which has been very, very minimal, some of those videos are featured in this. Oh, cool. And some of the highlights that have been shown. He
performed this live, right, at the VMAs that we watched.
Yes, he did. That's right. So anyways, let's check out the music video. Brand new, Temporary, Skylar Grey, Eminem.
Aww.
Going back in time.
A lot of people ask me,
she's so little.
am I afraid of death? The truth is, I think what scares me the most is not being able to say all the things I want to say to you when I'm no longer here. So this song is for Haley, for when that day comes.
Where's Haley? Where's she at?
This ain't Haley.
Who is it?
Some monster.
I've been waiting all night for the sunrise to take away the dark sky.
They're a monster, and no monster, baby monsters, and I'm the mama monster.
All it takes is a new day sometimes to get me in a better state of mind.
Give me a kiss, monster. Love you.
If I could just fall asleep, I'd be lost in a dream. But right now it's misery, and I just have to remember that when a heart breaks, it ain't broken forever. The pieces will grow back together, and in time I'll be fine. The tears are temporary.
Yeah. So Haley Jade, I wrote you this song to help you cope with life now that I'm gone. How should I start? Just wanna say, look after Elena, Stevie, and Uncle Nate. And sweetie, be strong. I know I was your rock, and I still am. Saying goodbye is just not ever easy. But why you crying, just stop. Haley, baby, dry your eye, this is not forever.
When a heart breaks, it ain't
Almost
broken
spiffy.
forever. The pieces will grow back together, and in time I'll be fine. The tears are temporary.
Daddy,
What?
when I used to have this, I was a little kid.
Baby, are you okay? Baby, are you okay?
Yeah, and you will get over me and move on. You can play me on repeat on a song.
This is so crazy.
It's so cute.
It's so wild, though. He's making a whole music video using videos that he's taken, and then
Photos and
yeah, and then making it relevant to today for Haley. So it's like shots of the past. We see 1999, 2000, these home videos that you heard in the song. And I imagine he must have wrote this with this already in mind, that he wanted to create this video this way. And then using shots from Haley's wedding, where
Yeah.
she just recently got married.
Yeah.
And then putting that all together for this song as he's older, to have a song that she can play even after he passes away. It's so mind blowing. Like, I mean, just this whole video, it's just home videos of him and his family, in particular, in, you know, the experiences that he's had with Haley. It's just, who else does this?
I know. And it's just so sweet, like, to see all these clips, you know, because it's like when you know that obviously you had certain memories from your childhood and stuff, but oftentimes, like, you can't really remember things from when you were that young, or maybe you've heard stories, but like to be able to have all of this in like one cohesive video to watch, right? It's obviously really nice to be able to go back and watch that. And I think it's really cute to see the pictures or the videos from her wedding, right? I remember reading like people saying that like people were saying he didn't, like, some people were trying to say he never even went to her wedding. I was like, yeah, he did. Like, there's pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's really cool to see Eminem as well. If there's one spot that he's soft, it's definitely Haley and his kids. And you saw that in this shot here of, you know, you never see Eminem get emotional.
No,
ever. In his whole career, he's never once had a shot like that. And then he puts that in this music video, that shot. He had to okay this, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So showing the softer side of him, but, you know, doing it, and he's at a point, I think, in his life with maturity to be like, I'm okay putting that out there.
Yeah.
Because this is what matters the most
Yeah,
to
and
me,
I
right?
want, you know, the people that are important to me to be able to remember that side of me as well.
Yeah, so I think that just shows the growth and maturity in Eminem as an artist as a whole,
Oh,
right?
for sure. And they both look so like dressed up and spiffy.
Temporary.
Daddy,
What?
when I used to have this, I was a little kid.
Baby, are you okay? Baby, are you okay?
Yeah, and you will get over me and move on. You can play me on repeat on a song. But don't you dare shed a tear, what I tell you. Straighten up, little soldier. Them times when I held you, Jade, it'll be okay. Baby, I'm here, hey, I'm watching you right now. Baby girl, I vow, I will protect you. Your guardian angel. As hard as this may feel, us parting is painful. And darling, the rain will drive you insane still. You will remain strong. Haley, just hang on. It won't be too long. I need you to move on. And remember, it will get better, cause time heals in winter.
When a heart breaks, it ain't broken forever. The pieces will grow back together, and in time I'll be fine. The tears are temporary. The bad days will start to get better. Then we'll be laughing together. And tonight, when I cry, the tears are temporary.
I know this big girl, and she's really pretty. You know what her name is?
Haley.
Haley. How did you know?
Yeah, and if there's days where you wanna just lock yourself in your room and cry, just think about how when you were little, how you and I, back and forth to the studio, we used to drive. You strapped in the back seat, cause you were my little sidekick, yeah. Sweetie, I know this hurts. Bean, I'm wishing your pain away. Remember this, Haley Jade, there's gonna be rainy days. I promise you'll get through them and make it regardless. Fuck it, Jade, I'll be honest. I knew that you was gonna take this the hardest. Sweetie, get up. I know that this is breaking your heart. It's the hardest thing I've ever wrote. Haley, sweetheart, it's okay for you to let me go. baby, I promise you that
When
when
a
I'm
heart breaks, it ain't broken forever. The pieces will grow back together, and in time I'll be fine. The tears are temporary. The bad days will start to get better, then we'll be laughing together. And tonight, when I cry,
Yeah,
the
Granddad
tears are
Marshall.
temporary.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song,
Mine and your favorite song?
radio, like this part. Your favorite part, Dad? You're taping me, bitch.
I got you on tape cussing.
Can you hear?
Yep.
No, bitch.
No what?
No, I said no, bitch.
okay, no cussing, no cussing, no cussing.
Well, that's just extraordinary stuff. What are your thoughts? I have some thoughts to add, but what are your thoughts?
I thought it was just like such a beautiful piece. Like, you know, like she's going to have that forever to be able to look back to.
Is it what?
She's going to have that like forever to be able to look back to.
Yeah, and I see you're getting a little emotional there. It's not the first time that I think anybody's watched this and gotten emotional, but they're good emotions, right?
Yeah, it's just really sweet to be able to have that, right? And I think like oftentimes you grow up and you don't think about, you know, especially for her, like her dad's been so successful and she's had him around and like she probably doesn't think about the future, like when that's going to come.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, she even now, like she might be seeing this now and being like, you know, why are we making this now? Right? Like you're not going anywhere anytime soon type thing. But I think that life kind of passes you by pretty quick sometimes.
Yeah, it does. I mean, even watching this myself, you know, made me think of all the home videos that I have of, you know, me with my parents and how, you know, time goes by so quickly. But I think this is, you know, it's interesting because I think as I was listening to this and watching it, I initially thought this was a letter to Haley saying everything's going to be okay, you know, and I want to write this letter to you so you know that no matter what stage in your life, because, you know, you're getting older and I still want you to know that I love you. But I actually think that this is also Eminem writing the letter to Haley saying that I have to let you go in terms of her getting married.
Yeah.
He's now giving her away to another man.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
And like
it's
she's going to be a
him.
mom and have her own children.
Right.
And,
So it's actually partially him giving away her.
Yeah.
Right. It's not just Eminem leaving. It's her leaving him.
Fair.
And I think it's him writing that from that perspective as well, that no matter what, she's still going to be his baby girl at the end of the day. But he's looking at it now as saying, yeah, you're still my baby girl. But, you know, the tears that we're shedding in separating this relationship because you're moving on and starting your own family and doing your own thing, you know, it's partly him having to let go too. And I think that's maybe why he also wrote it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? Because at first, like, I thought kind of maybe all the imagery from her wedding was just like what he had in terms of her like growing up, right?
Yeah.
Like the most recent footage of her. But that makes more sense, like what you were saying, right? With like kind of the contrast of like all the images went from when she was younger, when she was depending on him, where now she's, you know, an adult and married and like going to be having her own family and kind of dependent on her husband, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's
like giving her away per se, like as part of the wedding, you know?
Yeah. And I think that's even the visual that you see on the screen here to some extent, right? Like him holding her as a baby girl and then he's holding her as a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so the relationship stays the same from that mold, right? But I think like this is a victory lap almost as well for Eminem because he almost didn't make it to see this. And I think that's celebration, right? Is because he's been sober a long time now, but you know, he notoriously died on the, you know, and then came back to life essentially because of that OD, right? So he almost didn't make it to this day for one.
For sure.
For two, we said in the beginning how passionate he was about being a parent, a great parent to Haley and the rest of the kids. And, you know, he really, I think, tried his best in a difficult situation because, you know, he's a hard rapper, you know, forefront of the world, the biggest rapper of all time, basically, and still trying to raise good daughters and kids. And that's not always the case. And you can see that Haley's obviously turned out great from what we see. So I think this is also a victory lap and a celebration for him with this video. When you see him getting emotional and like that, and that side of him that we don't get to see ever, I think that's almost a relief.
Yeah.
From his standpoint, being like, you know, I got it. I got to this point.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that he had so many issues with relationships.
Oh, 100%.
Right. So now that she's married.
Like
and,
one would think, you know, if you're just kind of following the mold of like, if you grow up seeing like, you know, unhealthy, unstable relationships, like the chances of that being repeated are very high.
and now he's going to be a grandfather Marshall as well. Right?
Maybe that'll be his next album.
Right.
Grandpa Marshall.
So that's, again, another stage in this circle of life. So really, really well done video.
Yeah.
He's so good at what he does, such a creative artist, and, you know, 52 years old and still putting out material like this is just crazy.
I know. And it makes me so sad that I don't have any home movies like that anymore because they all got destroyed in like when my mom's piano bench got burned.
You don't have any left?
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
There's got to be some lying around somewhere in that
To recruit my dad to go find them.
that whole giant basement you got going on that's filled with stuff. We'll just say stuff. Anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts down below, your feelings on this one. Obviously, impactful video. I appreciated it.
Yeah, me too.
Hit that like button if you enjoyed our video.
Hit me right in the heart right here.
And it's an emotional one, and you know, not the first one. I've seen lots of, you know,
I was holding it together till the end, and then I was like,
that's all right. I've seen lots of thumbnails of people getting hit with this one, and rightly so, because it's impactful. So anyways, guys, let us know down below with a comment if it was impactful to you and why that may have been. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. We will try to do Eminem in the future. Hopefully there's not any issues with this one. But anyways, have a great day, and we'll see you soon.
thanks for watching.